In this video, I will discuss the topic 8 Stoic Lessons on the Art of Thinking Clearly Stoicism by Marcus Aurelius, and share valuable insights inspired by the Stoic philosophy. By watching this video, you will gain practical lessons on cultivating clear and rational thinking, making wise decisions, and finding inner peace. These teachings from Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, can have a profound impact on your life by helping you navigate challenges with resilience, develop self-awareness, and live in alignment with your values. I invite you to stay stoic and watch till the end to benefit from these timeless wisdom. Lesson 1. Recognize the power of your mind. In the realm of Stoicism, one of the fundamental lessons is recognizing the power of our own minds. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. This lesson holds a timeless truth that can greatly impact our lives. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools, capable of constructing our perception of the world and influencing our emotions, actions, and overall well-being. How we interpret and respond to events is within our control, regardless of the external circumstances we encounter. This perspective grants us the ability to actively choose our thoughts and cultivate a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity. By acknowledging the power of our minds, we become aware of the responsibility we have in shaping our own reality. We can no longer blame external factors for our thoughts or emotions, but instead we recognize that it is our interpretation and internal dialogue that determines our experience of the world. Imagine facing a challenging situation, a setback at work, for example. The power of your mind lies in how you choose to perceive and respond to this setback. You can either dwell on the negative aspects, fostering feelings of frustration and defeat, or you can choose to reframe the situation, focusing on the lessons learned and the potential for growth. The latter approach enables you to maintain a positive mindset, seek solutions, and move forward with resilience. Recognizing the power of your mind also entails understanding the influence of your thoughts on your emotions. Stoicism teaches us that events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation and judgment of those events that color our emotional response. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts, we can identify negative or irrational thinking patterns and consciously work to reframe them. For instance, let's say you receive criticism from a colleague. Instead of immediately reacting with anger or defensiveness, you can take a step back and objectively evaluate the situation. Are their words true and constructive? Is there an opportunity to learn and improve? By doing so, you can respond with thoughtfulness and maintain a calm demeanor, rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your reaction. Moreover, recognizing the power of your mind allows you to develop a sense of agency over your own thoughts and emotions. You can actively choose to focus on the positive aspects of your life, practice gratitude, and cultivate a resilient mindset. This doesn't mean suppressing or denying negative emotions, but rather acknowledging them and consciously working towards finding constructive and healthy ways to process and navigate through them. By internalizing this Stoic lesson, you can gain greater control over your thoughts, emotions, and overall well-being. You become an active participant in shaping your reality rather than being at the mercy of external circumstances. This shift in perspective empowers you to approach life's challenges with a clear and rational mindset, fostering personal growth, resilience, and inner peace. In conclusion, recognizing the power of your mind is a foundational Stoic lesson that holds immense value in our daily lives. It reminds us that our thoughts shape our reality and that we have the ability to choose our interpretations, responses, and emotional states. By embracing this lesson, we can cultivate a positive mindset, navigate challenges with resilience, and create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Lesson 2. Practice objective observation. In the realm of Stoicism, one of the essential lessons for cultivating a clear and rational mind is the practice of objective observation. This lesson teaches us to view situations and events without allowing our emotions or subjective biases to cloud our judgment. By stepping back and observing events from a neutral standpoint, we can make more rational decisions and gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of objective observation in his renowned work Meditations. He believed that our perceptions are often colored by our personal biases, desires, and fears, leading to distorted interpretations of reality. By acknowledging this, we can actively work towards observing things as they truly are, rather than as we want them to be. To practice objective observation, it is crucial to cultivate a sense of detachment from our own emotions and preconceived notions. This detachment allows us to approach situations with a clear and unbiased mind, free from the influence of personal preferences or prejudices. By doing so, we open ourselves up to a broader perspective and a deeper understanding of the truth. One way to practice objective observation is through the use of the view from above technique. Imagine yourself rising above a situation, gaining a bird's-eye view of the events unfolding below. From this vantage point, you can observe the situation without getting entangled in the emotional or personal aspects. This technique helps to shift our focus from the immediate and subjective to a more objective and rational viewpoint. For example, imagine you are having a disagreement with a colleague at work. Instead of getting caught up in emotions like anger or frustration, take a step back and objectively observe the situation. Consider the different perspectives at play, the underlying motivations, and the potential consequences of different courses of action. By doing so, you can approach the situation with greater clarity and make a more rational decision on how to proceed. Another aspect of objective observation is recognizing the limitations of our own knowledge and understanding. Stoicism encourages us to embrace a humble mindset, acknowledging that we do not possess absolute certainty or omniscience. By accepting this, we become more open-minded and receptive to alternative viewpoints, allowing us to learn and grow from diverse perspectives. Objective observation also involves questioning our own assumptions and biases. Stoics encourage us to examine our thoughts and beliefs critically, seeking evidence and logical reasoning to support them. This practice helps us avoid falling into the trap of confirmation bias or holding on to beliefs without proper justification. By constantly challenging and refining our perspectives, we can think more clearly and arrive at more accurate conclusions. By practicing objective observation, we can reduce the impact of our emotions on decision-making and gain a clearer understanding of the world around us. This skill is especially valuable in navigating complex and challenging situations, where a rational mind is crucial for making informed choices. It allows us to see beyond our own subjective experience and consider a broader range of factors, leading to more objective and well-grounded decisions. Moreover, objective observation can also enhance our relationships with others. By approaching interactions with a more neutral and unbiased mindset, we can better understand the perspectives and motivations of those around us. This empathetic understanding fosters healthier communication and more effective problem solving, ultimately strengthening our connections and promoting harmony. In conclusion, the Stoic lesson of practicing objective observation is a powerful tool for cultivating clear and rational thinking. By detaching ourselves from our biases and emotions, we can gain a more accurate understanding of the world and make wiser decisions. This practice allows us to approach situations with a broader perspective, question our assumptions, and foster better relationships. By incorporating this lesson into our lives, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and insight. Lesson 3. Distinguish between what's in your control and what's not. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism is the concept of the dichotomy of control. This principle encourages us to discern between what is within our control and what lies outside of it. By understanding this distinction, we can direct our attention and efforts towards what truly matters, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. In the Stoic worldview, there are two domains, the internal and the external. The internal domain encompasses our thoughts, beliefs, values, attitudes, and actions. Essentially, everything that is within our power to control. On the other hand, the external domain includes circumstances, events, the actions of others, and anything beyond our direct influence. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This passage encapsulates the essence of this Stoic lesson. It reminds us that while we cannot control external events, we hold complete power over our internal response to them. Consider a situation where you encounter heavy traffic on your way to an important appointment. The traffic itself is beyond your control. However, how you choose to react to the situation is within your domain of control. You can choose to become frustrated, agitated, and let it ruin your day. Or you can choose to accept the circumstances, remain calm, and find alternative ways to make the best of the situation. By focusing on your response rather than the external event, you reclaim your power and maintain your inner tranquility. The Stoics believe that many of the frustrations and anxieties we experience stem from our tendency to invest our energy in matters beyond our control. They argued that by fixating on external outcomes or seeking to manipulate situations to our liking, we invite unnecessary suffering into our lives. Instead, they advocated for a shift in focus towards what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. This does not mean that Stoicism promotes indifference or apathy. Rather, it encourages us to recognize that while we cannot control external circumstances, we have the power to choose our responses and attitudes towards them. By accepting the limits of our control, we free ourselves from the burdens of trying to manipulate or change things beyond our reach. Practicing this Stoic lesson involves developing a sense of detachment from external outcomes and placing greater emphasis on our internal virtues and values. It requires us to cultivate self-awareness, constantly examining our thoughts and intentions to ensure they align with our true self. By applying this lesson in our lives, we can experience a profound shift in perspective. We become less reactive to external events and more focused on nurturing our inner virtues. We learn to let go of unnecessary worries and anxieties, finding solace in the realization that our peace of mind is not dependent on external circumstances. For example, suppose you are working on a project at your workplace and your team fails to meet the desired outcome. Instead of dwelling on the disappointment or blaming others, you can choose to focus on what you can control, your effort, attitude, and the lessons you can learn from the experience. By doing so, you shift your attention towards personal growth and resilience, rather than being consumed by the uncontrollable outcome. In conclusion, the Stoic lesson of distinguishing between what's in our control and what's not is a powerful antidote to unnecessary suffering. By focusing on our internal domain, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we can find strength, peace, and fulfillment. This lesson invites us to let go of futile attempts to control external circumstances and embrace the wisdom of directing our energy towards what truly matters. So let us heed the guidance of Marcus Aurelius and practice this Stoic principle to lead a more serene and purposeful life. Lesson 4. Accept the reality of impermanence. In Stoicism, the recognition and acceptance of impermanence is a fundamental principle that can significantly impact our lives. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, emphasized the importance of understanding that everything in life is temporary. By embracing this reality, we can approach situations with a sense of detachment, adapt to circumstances, and find peace amidst uncertainty. Impermanence, or the constant flux of life, is an undeniable truth. Nothing in this world remains the same forever. People come and go, relationships change, and circumstances evolve. When we resist this natural flow and cling to what was or what we desire, we often experience frustration, disappointment, and a lack of fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us to let go of attachments to external outcomes and instead focus on cultivating inner tranquility. One way to practice accepting impermanence is through the contemplation of our own mortality. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the transient nature of life and the inevitability of death. By contemplating death, we gain a deeper appreciation for the present moment and recognize the urgency to live a meaningful life. This contemplation allows us to put things into perspective, realizing that the time we have is limited, and it's essential to make the most of it. Accepting impermanence doesn't mean becoming indifferent or apathetic. It means acknowledging that change is a natural part of life and letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes. It requires us to release our grip on the past, the future, and the need for things to remain constant. This mindset shift empowers us to flow with life's changes rather than resisting or fighting against them. When we accept impermanence, we become more adaptable. Life presents us with various challenges and unexpected circumstances, and our ability to adapt determines our level of resilience. By recognizing that change is inevitable, we can approach these challenges with a more open and flexible mindset. We learn to view them as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles holding us back. Moreover, accepting impermanence promotes gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. When we understand that everything is transient, we develop a deeper sense of gratitude for the people, experiences, and possessions we have right now. Rather than taking them for granted, we learn to cherish and savor them. This shift in perspective allows us to find contentment and joy in the present, rather than constantly chasing after what we don't have. Stoicism teaches us that our happiness should not depend on external circumstances, as they are beyond our control. Instead, true happiness comes from within, from cultivating virtues and living in accordance with our value. By accepting impermanence, we detach ourselves from relying on external factors for our well-being. We learn to find peace and fulfillment by focusing on our thoughts, actions, and attitudes which are within our control. In conclusion, Lesson 4 of the Stoic teachings on the art of thinking clearly, accepting the reality of impermanence, is a powerful lesson that can greatly impact our lives. By embracing impermanence, we can navigate life's changes with grace and adaptability. We learn to let go of attachments, cultivate gratitude for the present moment, and find inner peace amidst the uncertainty of life. This lesson reminds us to cherish what we have, be resilient in the face of challenges, and focus on living a virtuous life. Let us embrace impermanence and find tranquility in the ever-changing nature of our existence. The video here is a detailed explanation of lesson number 5 from the list. Embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. Lesson 5. Embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth. Stoicism teaches us that challenges and setbacks are not to be seen as obstacles, but as opportunities for personal growth and development. Instead of being overwhelmed or defeated by adversity, Stoics encourage us to approach it with a mindset of resilience and a willingness to learn. This lesson, rooted in the wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, can profoundly impact our lives by transforming the way we perceive and respond to difficulties. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. We all face setbacks, failures, and hardships at various points. While it may be tempting to view these experiences as negative and burdensome, Stoicism invites us to reframe our perspective. By embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we can extract valuable lessons, cultivate resilience, and forge a stronger character. One of the key aspects of this lesson is understanding that adversity is not to be feared but acknowledged as a natural part of the human experience. Stoics believed in the concept of amor fati, which translates to the love of fate. This means accepting and embracing whatever life throws at us, recognizing that every experience, even the difficult ones, has the potential to shape us for the better. When we encounter adversity, it is essential to approach it with a growth mindset. Instead of dwelling on the negative aspects or feeling victimized, Stoics encouraged us to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this situation? By shifting our focus to the lessons that can be extracted, we empower ourselves to grow, evolve, and become better versions of ourselves. Adversity often presents us with opportunities to develop resilience. Stoics believe that resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be cultivated through practice. By facing adversity head-on, we strengthen our ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and persevere in the face of challenges. This resilience not only helps us navigate current difficulties, but also prepares us for future obstacles that may arise. Furthermore, embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth allows us to cultivate a sense of gratitude. Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing and appreciating what we have, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. When faced with adversity, we can reflect on the aspects of our lives that are going well and find gratitude for those blessings. This mindset shift helps us maintain perspective and prevents us from being consumed by negativity. By embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we also become more self-aware. Stoicism encourages introspection and reflection on our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. When faced with challenges, we can examine our responses and identify areas for personal improvement. This self-awareness allows us to make conscious choices and develop better coping mechanisms, ultimately leading to greater emotional well-being and personal growth. In summary, embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth is a powerful Stoic lesson that can profoundly impact our lives. By reframing our perspective, approaching challenges with resilience, and seeking the lessons they offer, we can transform difficult experiences into catalysts for personal development. This mindset shift empowers us to cultivate gratitude, develop resilience, and become more self-aware. So, let us embrace adversity as a springboard for growth and embark on a journey of continuous improvement and self-discovery. Lesson 6. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Lesson number 6, from the list of Stoic lessons on the art of thinking, clearly revolves around the practice of mindfulness and self-awareness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment and cultivating a deep understanding of oneself. By developing mindfulness and self-awareness, we can navigate life with greater clarity and make more intentional choices. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment or attachment. It involves being fully aware of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations, as well as the external environment. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our experiences without getting carried away by them. We become more attuned to the present rather than being lost in regrets about the past or worries about the past or worries about the future. Self-awareness, on the other hand, involves gaining a deeper understanding of our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It is the ability to step back and observe ourselves objectively without being overly identified with our own ego or self-image. By cultivating self-awareness, we can examine our patterns, biases, and beliefs, allowing us to make more conscious choices and avoid unconscious reaction. Why should we practice mindfulness and self-awareness? How can it impact our lives? 1. Clarity of thought. Mindfulness and self-awareness help us cut through the noise of our minds and gain clarity of thought. When we are aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can recognize when they are clouded by biases or distorted by irrational beliefs. With this clarity, we can make more rational and reasoned decisions, free from the influence of impulsive reactions or external pressure. 2. Emotional regulation. Mindfulness and self-awareness provide us with the tools to regulate our emotions effectively. By observing our emotions as they arise without judgment, we can prevent them from overwhelming us or dictating our action. We can choose to respond to challenging situations with composure and equanimity, rather than being driven by anger, fear, or anxiety. 3. Enhanced self-reflection. Through mindfulness and self-awareness, we create space for self-reflection and introspection. We can examine our values, beliefs, and motivations and assess whether they align with our true selves. This introspection allows us to make conscious adjustments and live in alignment with our authentic aspiration. 4. Improved relationships. Mindfulness and self-awareness also have a positive impact on our relationships. By being present and fully attentive to others, we can foster deeper connections and empathy. We become better listeners, more attuned to the needs and emotions of those around us. This understanding promotes healthier and more fulfilling interactions with others. 5. Freedom from automatic responses. Often we react to situations and stimuli without conscious thought, driven by ingrained habits or conditioned responses. Mindfulness and self-awareness break this cycle by allowing us to pause and choose our responses consciously. We gain the freedom to respond in ways that align with our values and virtues, rather than being slaves to automatic, often unhelpful, reaction. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness is not always easy. It requires discipline and consistent effort. However, the benefits are profound. By training our minds to be present and aware, we can develop a greater understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We can make clearer decisions, manage our emotions effectively, and cultivate more meaningful relationships. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of mindfulness and self-awareness in Stoic philosophy. By recognizing that our power lies in our minds, we can cultivate these practices and experience the transformative impact they have on our lives. So, I encourage you to embrace mindfulness and self-awareness as essential tools on your journey toward thinking clearly and living a more intentional and fulfilling life. Stay stoic, remain present, and embark on this path of self-discovery and growth. Lesson 7. Cultivate virtuous thoughts and action. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the importance of living a virtuous life. Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from aligning our thoughts and actions with our values and virtues. In Lesson 7, we delve into the significance of cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions and how it can profoundly impact our lives. The Stoic philosophers emphasize the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and compassion. These virtues provide a moral compass, guiding us in making ethical decisions and shaping our character. By consciously choosing to embody these virtues, we can lead a life that is aligned with our deepest values. One of the fundamental aspects of cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions is self-reflection and self-awareness. Stoics believed in examining our thoughts, motives, and intentions to ensure they are in harmony with virtue. This requires us to constantly question our own behavior, challenging any inclinations that may contradict the virtues we seek to embody. For example, let's consider the virtue of courage. In moments of fear or uncertainty, the Stoics would encourage us to reflect on our actions. Are we acting out of fear and avoiding challenges? Or are we mustering the courage to face them head on? By being aware of our fears and consciously choosing to act in accordance with courage, we can cultivate a resilient and courageous mindset. Cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions also involves practicing mindfulness and making intentional choices. Stoics believed in the power of the present moment and the impact our actions can have on ourselves and others. By being fully present and mindful, we can make decisions that align with our virtues and contribute positively to our own well-being and the well-being of those around us. For instance, let's consider the virtue of compassion. In our interactions with others, we can choose to be compassionate and understanding, putting ourselves in their shoes and responding with kindness. By cultivating this virtue, we not only enhance our relationships, but also foster a sense of empathy and connection with others. Living a virtuous life requires consistent effort and practice. It means actively seeking opportunities to embody the virtues in our everyday lives, even when faced with challenges or temptations to act contrary to our values. The Stoics believe that virtue is not just a theoretical concept, but something to be lived and practiced daily. By cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions, we can experience a profound transformation in our lives. Our actions become more intentional, guided by a deeper understanding of what truly matters to us. We develop a sense of purpose and integrity, aligning our outer behavior with our inner values. This alignment brings a sense of inner peace and fulfillment as we live in accordance with a higher standard of morality. Moreover, cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and wisdom. When faced with difficult decisions or temptations, we can turn to our virtues as a guiding light. By making choices grounded in virtue, we can navigate through ethical dilemmas and maintain our integrity, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, the cultivation of virtuous thoughts and actions impacts not only our own lives, but also the world around us. As we embody virtues such as justice, compassion, and wisdom, we become agents of positive change, influencing others through our example. Our actions ripple out and inspire others to strive for virtue, creating a more virtuous and harmonious society. In conclusion, Lesson 7 on cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions is a crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy. By consciously choosing to embody virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, temperance, and compassion, we can live a life that is aligned with our deepest values. This practice requires self-reflection, self-awareness, and intentional choices. The impact of cultivating virtuous thoughts and actions is profound, bringing us closer to true happiness and fulfillment, while also positively influencing those around us. So, let us embrace the teachings of the Stoics and strive to live a life of virtue. Lesson 8. Seek inner tranquility. In the pursuit of a fulfilling life, Stoicism places great emphasis on seeking inner tranquility. This concept, central to the philosophy, teaches us that true happiness lies within ourselves and is not dependent on external circumstance. By cultivating inner tranquility, we can navigate life's challenges with equanimity and find contentment in the present moment. To understand this lesson, let's delve deeper into the Stoic perspective on inner tranquility and explore how it can positively impact our lives. Stoics believe that external events are beyond our control, and it is our reactions to these events that determine our level of tranquility. By focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, we can cultivate a sense of calm amidst the chaos of life. To seek inner tranquility, Stoicism encourages us to practice mindfulness and acceptance. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By developing this awareness, we can identify unhelpful thought patterns and emotional reactions, allowing us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Acceptance, another key aspect of seeking inner tranquility, involves embracing the reality of the present moment without resistance. Stoics recognize that life is filled with ups and downs, and by accepting this truth, we can find peace within ourselves. Rather than constantly desiring things to be different, we learn to accept what is and adapt accordingly. Cultivating inner tranquility also requires detaching ourselves from external outcomes. Stoics encourage us to focus on our own efforts and virtuous actions, rather than being overly concerned with the results. By recognizing that external events are often beyond our control, we can free ourselves from the anxiety and stress associated with attachment to specific outcomes. Another important aspect of seeking inner tranquility is practicing gratitude. Stoics remind us to appreciate what we have in the present moment and to avoid taking things for granted. By cultivating gratitude, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives. This mindset shift allows us to find contentment and joy in the present rather than constantly chasing after what we don't have. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to develop resilience in the face of adversity. By viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles, we can approach difficult situations with a sense of calm and determination. Stoics believe that hardships can shape our character and provide valuable lessons for personal development. With this mindset, we can embrace difficulties as a natural part of life's journey, rather than allowing them to consume us. The pursuit of inner tranquility is not about suppressing emotions or denying the realities of life. Instead, it involves developing emotional resilience and a healthy perspective on the ups and downs we inevitably encounter. Stoics acknowledge that we will experience a range of emotions, both positive and negative, but they teach us not to be enslaved by them. By practicing self-awareness and examining our thoughts and feelings, we can choose to respond to situations in a way that aligns with our values, rather than being controlled by our emotion. In conclusion, seeking inner tranquility is a vital lesson from Stoicism that can greatly impact our lives. By focusing on what is within our control, practicing mindfulness and acceptance, detaching ourselves from external outcomes, cultivating gratitude, and developing resilience, we can find lasting peace and contentment. The pursuit of inner tranquility allows us to navigate life's challenges with equanimity, make wise decisions, and live a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. So, stay stoic and embrace the path toward inner tranquility.